Hey everybody, what's up? This is Michael Torres from PerceptivePerspective.com. Just want to do a little talk about the iPhone 3G. I've had, I guess, about three and a half weeks now, or something like that. I've had the phone, and so I'm going to give you a little bit of my impressions about it, what I like, what I don't like, and this is coming from the perspective of someone who waited a year to get the iPhone because I knew the 3G was coming out. So we switched from Sprint to AT&T and kind of, just waited. So what do I think? Overall, I really enjoy the phone, very much so. However, there are a few issues that definitely I think are worth mentioning. First off, I mean, there's no getting around it. The battery life is not so great for the average user, I would think. So, I mean, I use the internet, 3G, most of the time. I do leave it on. I am conscious about Wi-Fi, so I will let it, if I'm at home, I'll turn on the Wi-Fi. If not, then, I don't. Different tips like that can help, prolong the battery life, but I charge it all night. Go to work around 8:30, whatever, 8:40, and about 5:30. If I hadn't charged it during the day, it's gonna be 10% left, 20% battery left. It's pretty. Most phones are not like that, but the fact is, I mean, you can listen to music, you can watch video, you can connect to the web, you can do GPS. GPS will kill your battery big time. So make sure you think about that before you try and go geocaching out around town or this or that. Okay, so what else do I think about it? Obviously, the App Store is a fantastic addition to the iPhone line, and there are several apps which I definitely enjoy. You can hear a little bit of what I had to think on a article in the Washington Post by my friend Mike Musgrove. He wrote up a piece about that. What else? Texting is decent. I mean, the predictive little, I don't know, I guess predictor, whatever, that predicts the words for the text. It's pretty decent, so you're able to get what you have to say pretty quickly. One thing, coming from a phone, as a heavy texter, coming from this phone, I have had trouble, since it's a touchscreen, I can't not look and text. Like, I have to look down, which makes it even more dangerous when driving. So be careful and don't do it at all if you can help it. So that's one thing that I noticed. Another thing is B and the space bar seem to. Maybe I'm just not that good with it, but I always hit M when I want to hit the backspace, and I always hit B when I want to hit the space bar. So that kind of annoys me a little bit because, on other phones you don't have that problem. You can text and it's pretty simple. Another thing, I guess, with as far as texting is there's no way to forward text as far as I can tell. And so, it's not like you're probably doing that all the time, but it's something worth noting as well. One extra feature that I do like now is, I believe, when watching movies, you're able to rotate the screen in any direction and it will flip. Whereas, unless it just didn't work right on my touch that I used to have, I could not do that. It was set in landscape and in one direction, and that was the only way to go about it. We get a lot of calls that are dropped or call failed. I think a little bit more than we did with my Sony Ericsson phone, the W580i that I used to have before that. So that is definitely a little disheartening to have to deal with that fact that you can try and call someone and it says call failed. However, I do love the way the phone actually works. So visual voicemail, I totally dig that. I mean, it's a great feature, uh, which gives you just your voicemail messages lined up like that with the person's number, and you can just press play and go about it. And listen if you'd like. When you're on the call, the screen goes black while it's to your ear, and then if you pull it forward like that, it lights back up so you can touch and do whatever you need to do. Obviously having the pictures with the contacts is great. I would suggest, if someone is going to get an iPhone, if you have a Mac or PC, import your contacts on the computer and then just let it sync up, and then you are good to go. You don't have to worry about manually typing it in with the iPhone. In my testing, GPS seems to be pretty accurate. However, I have tried it while it seems like maybe when you're stationary and it gets that first sort of location signal, it stays more than if you're moving and try to get the signal. Because I can be on the train and click on GPS and it won't ever come down into the single dot. It just stays as the open circle. Which reminds me that in some of these applications, maybe it's in the manual somewhere, that who really gets pretty deep into that, you don't get to understand what some of the like features are, or the legends, or for a while I didn't realize that if I left on maps, it'll go to that solid blue dot, which would represent my exact location. I always saw like the little compass, or not compass, but the like target site or something like that. And so that was interesting. So overall, I do enjoy the 3G connection. Wi-Fi definitely is, of course, fastest. You cannot connect to the iTunes store for music without being on Wi-Fi. However, you can connect to the App Store without being on Wi-Fi, which I realize that there are, a song probably is more data than the some of the apps, but still, I guess I really don't understand what's the purpose of having that. So feel free, guys, to ask me any questions that you might have about it, because I'm definitely playing with it all the time. If I think of anything else, I'll let you guys know. But I hope you enjoyed my little talk, and let me know what you think, and let me know if you have any specific questions. I check it pretty regularly. So, all right, thanks.